Hey, social psychology and cross-cultural psychology students. Instead of putting a really massive long announcement in email, I figured I'd do a little short recording for you regarding this week's recap and a preview for next week. So you'll see that, well, if you've taken one or the other courses prior and you're currently in this, or you're taking both simultaneously, both of these courses are set up similar in terms of structure, but very different in terms of assignment content and test content. So don't worry about that in terms of overlap. As far as week one goes, at this point you should have already thoroughly read the course syllabus and paid particular attention to the course schedule on the last 2 pages of the course syllabus. You should have explored the contents in Blackboard. If you clicked on the hyperlink to Module 1, there's content therein, and it's basically just the orientation to the course, pointing you to review the course syllabus and the course map and peruse the items in Blackboard and so on. You also want to pay attention to the course information folder in Blackboard. There's your contact information for the graduate teaching assistant and your ePortfolio assistant. You'll notice that there are different names associated with your last name, or there's different ePortfolios for different groups of students based on the last name. So you want to make sure you know who you are assigned to. So there's 20 ePortfolio assignments in all, and those can be located under the ePortfolio assignment folder in Blackboard. And you'll also want to look at the links for your ePortfolio assistant. There's examples that they've previously taken the course, and if you're kind of questioning about how your ePortfolio should be set up, you want to review theirs. You also should have read Chapter 1 and did your first item to archive under Module 3. The intent between the item to archive or behind the item to archive is to get a little bit more hands-on experience with the material, and you'll see that there is one that accompanies each chapter. So keep in mind that the hours required to spend per week to be successful in this course is 12. Typically in a face-to-face class, you're 3 hours in person, and it would be an expectation of 9 outside of class to be successful. So for an online class, you need to spend 12 hours per week. And so once you start getting familiar with the course and the expectations, you're going to see that it's not so much as it might seem initially. You're going to be doing the same thing every week. You're going to be reading the chapter, you're going to be doing the items to archive, and then you're going to be responsible for assignments and ePortfolio assignments, and then preparation for 3 tests. The first thing that you want to worry about that's due today, which I'm actually going to make due after the drop ad deadline, so you have a couple of days to work with this, is access Google Drive. So if you go to the ePortfolio folder in Blackboard, access the Google Drive Spring 19 document, this is going to tell you how to create, how to access Google Drive, how to create a folder, how to share a folder, and so on. And so what you're going to be putting in this folder is your content from the items to archive that you're going to be working on all semester long. So in social psych, you have 12 of these items. In cross-cultural, you have 13. And at the end, you're going to pick your top 5 from all of these items. And that's what you're going to represent in your WordPress for your top artifacts page. Your ePortfolio project, you'll want to look at the syllabus harder for this. Particularly pages 5 through 7 outline what the ePortfolio is and the expectations for each of these pages. I've created a WordPress template that you're going to be activating and creating as your own. You will follow the EP step-by-step video tutorial and the accompanying document to kind of see the ins and outs of setting it up, making it visible. There's a WordPress quick reference document that I put under the ePortfolio folder that kind of just tells you some basic things that you might run into questions about. If you have questions about the grading or feedback, you'll connect with your ePortfolio assistant assigned to the course. or you can contact a ePortfolio assistant through the Center for High Impact Practices. Their contact information can also be located under this folder, and they are going to be more in the know with maybe some more of the technical things that you might run into issues with. So your first thing that you want to have submitted for this is your WordPress link. If you go under the ePortfolio assignment folder, you're going to see a digital Dropbox for your WordPress link. You're going to copy and paste this link and submit it in the comments section. You want to make sure that it is visible before you actually submit this link. If it says authorization required, you need to go back and follow the steps to make it visible and then submit the link to us. Under Module 2, again, if you click on the hyperlinked Module 2, the content basically describes the impetus for the ePortfolio project. It provides you with my WordPress link, which I hope you visit so that you can kind of get to know me on a more personal level. And there's more information about the top artifacts requirement page. And finally, in terms of what's going to happen next week, you want to pay attention to the drop ed deadline on Tuesday, just in case you're not on board with anything that I have in terms of expectations for the course. The first content for the EP is going to be the About Me page, and that's going to be due next Sunday. The first content for your items to archive Google Doc folder, you're going to add your first item to archive that you did for Module 3, and then you're going to read Chapter 2 and do the second item to archive that's located under Module 4. Your first assignment is going to be due next Sunday as well. You want to thoroughly read the assignment requirements document first, and keep in mind that the reading for assignment 1 is provided, so it is not textbook dependent in case you have not received your textbook yet. I look forward to our collaboration this semester, and I hope that you will have a fun journey. Have a great day.